2019 Porsche Panamera GTS Review. Slotting between the 4S V6 and the Turbo V8, we put the new Panamera to the test on both road and track in Bahrain. If a Porsche comes from the factory wearing a GT badge, that's usually code for it being a no-compromise, all-out track day weapon. However, that's not the case with the 2019 Panamera GTS because despite the intentions of the badge, this is not the most aggressive model in the range. In both conventional saloon and Sport Turismo estate body styles, the Panamera GTS has found a balance between performance and comfort, slotting between the Executive Express 4S V6 and the monstrously quick Panamera Turbo V8. While it too includes a pair of twin-scroll turbochargers to feed its 4-liter V8 engine, the Panamera GTS gives away 89 bhp to the turbo but holds a handy 20 bhp advantage over the 4S. Still, with 454 bhp on tap, there's nothing demure about its look with 20-in alloy wheels riding on air suspension that has lowered its stance by 10mm and a tuned exhaust which gives a deep-throated burble at idle before morphing into a nice undertoned, yet menacing growl at speed. Of course you can cancel that at the touch of a button if the neighbors complain, but the Panamera GTS gives off all the right impressions that it's a sporting member of the family capped by discreetly smoked headlights and taillights. Despite looking similar on paper to the Audi VW 4-liter, twin-turbo V8 that powers various Bentleys and the Lamborghini Urus, Porsche claims the unit and the GTS is an in-house motor developed for the Panamera, delivering its peak power at 6,000 revolutions per minute while its 620 Nm of torque comes on like a train from just 1,800 revolutions per minute. After a day's drive on roads through the hot and humid deserts that surround Bahrain, its very usable torque was the most obvious trait, shifting early through each of its 8 gears, which was further emphasized later in the evening during some hot lap running of the F1 Grand Prix circuit. While it pulled power, easily spinning into its 6,000 revolutions per minute redline, such was the engine's flexibility that you could be almost as quick by short shifting and riding the torque wave as its turbos spooled up. Once the ugly duckling of the Porsche family, the big Panamera continues its evolution into a more appealing shape following the release of the Sport Turismo body that tricks the eye into thinking it's a bigger car because of its estate-like rear. The subtle cosmetic tweaks made to the GTS, mixed with some vibrant new colors, continue the welcome transformation, and despite the appearance of the Sport Turismo being larger, both body styles carry the same 2,950mm wheelbase and measure 5,053mm nose to tail. While both shapes seat 4 people, the Sport Turismo's larger tailgate makes loading easier and is arguably the better looking of the two styles. Tipping the scales at 2,585 kilograms, the Panamera GTS is no lightweight, but that didn't hinder its progress on track, getting to 100 km/h in 4.1 seconds, onto 200 km per hour in 15.4 seconds and touching 292 km per hour flat out. The 2,700 kilograms Sport Turismo was 2/10 off the pace to 200 km per hour and ran out of breath 3 km per hour shy of the saloon's top speed. To keep that large frame from pitching and yawing through tight corners, the GTS is equipped with adaptive air suspension which use 3-chamber air springs to keep the lateral movements under control, while its larger 390mm front discs and 360mm rear units, which took a punishing on track, were easily up to the task. Power is sent to all 4 wheels via Porsche's PTM active all-wheel drive system through the dual-clutch, 8-speed PDK auto transmission. Like the outside, the GTS interior features only a few telltale pointers to highlight its sports credentials, such as an Alcantara leather package for the 18-way adjustable sports seats and steering wheel, but the best news inside is the adoption of a heads-up display. It may be a little late to the HUD game, but the advantage here is that it's fully customizable via the 12.3-inch center console touchscreen, letting you show as little or as much information like sat-nav, assistance system data and warnings as you want.